Mac Lethal diss Tom MacDonald? Am I in the right timeline? What's going on, YouTube? Listen, at this point in time, I am just waiting for somebody of the Avengers to come and get me and to fix just whatever time loop I'm on. I feel like this is deja vu, but yes, we have a brand new Mac Lethal diss of Tom MacDonald, and you guys have been commenting, you've been DMing me, I've been getting so many messages that I'm apparently involved in this situation, and I've been mentioned. So let's see what's going on. I got to come away from my situation and everything that's going on to do a breakdown on this. So this right here, right now, is none other than Tom MacDonald is a... Well, let's see if I can say it on YouTube. Let's go. One.
Let's be clear about one thing. You started it, you sneak dissing pussy.
Oh my God.
I thought it was funny too.
Wait. I mean, Tom did drop the first diss track, but didn't it all start because of Lethal's tweets towards Tom and Lethal coming after Tom in the first place? Are we flipping narratives?
Oh my God.
I thought it was funny too. We already squashed this, dude. What are you doing? Here's a backstory. A couple years ago, Tom MacDonald got his feelings hurt and made a track towards me. Tried to diss me in a rapping war, tried to bait me into going back and forth, but I really didn't have the passion for it, so I made one song and...
Rapping more, back and forth, passion for it. Say what you want about Lethal. He's got nice multi-syllable rhyme schemes. The dude can rhyme his ass off, man.
Rapping war, tried to bait me into going back and forth, but I really didn't have the passion for it, so I'm...
And I like the heavy percussive hits. His beat, his beat has a nice just sort of pace to it and just a little bit of grit underneath of it.
One song and I had to ignore it. I don't want to sound rude, I just think he's mad corny. I didn't want to give it energy. A transphobic, homophobic culture vulture rapping about white supremacy isn't worthy of facing me lyrically. But I'm getting tired of watching this dude embarrass hip-hop's history. And the other day he dropped a new song and for some reason he was dissing me. Fine, fight contract signed. Normally I wouldn't pay this any mind, but you made a 9-minute song about your personal life. Why the fuck you mention mine? I've been minding my business and buying some property. Why are you dissing me? Why you take shots at me, man? Are you buying prescriptions again? Is it lines that you're sniffing? It's gotta be. Fuck it. Ding ding, let's begin. You got weak skin. We followed each other on IG. We DM'd, we even agreed that we would be friends. Thomas, we already squashed it. Last time I took the high road. This time I'm getting toxic. First off, your music sucks.
Interesting, because I got some dots I got to connect now. So you talk about backstories, right? And DMs on Instagram. So I got a DM weeks ago from Lethal. Now, you guys know I had Lethal on my One World Cypher. I put on a bunch of artists for that Cypher. Obviously, I've done a lot of Tom MacDonald reactions. I've talked to Tom before. I've talked to Mac Lethal before. I have no problems with either of them. As far as they're concerned, I'm cool with them, right? So this is an interesting situation to be in. But what I will say is that Lethal reached out to me about Tom on God Mode. And he's like, did Tom diss me on God Mode? And then I did my breakdown and I talked about it. And it's like, yeah, he definitely referenced you. Like, he talked about ending your career and making you get a divorce. That's why he doesn't battle anymore. Now, even though Tom didn't use Lethal's name, it's very obvious that he was talking about Mac. And I think I said something along the lines of like, it leaves the room for you to set the record straight if you so choose to set the record straight. Now, whether that's doing a video and just going, hey, like, this is a lie. I don't know why this guy said this about me. Like, I'm doing well. I'm not divorced, because that's what he said to me. Like, he's still happily married. He's selling out shows. He's still doing well in his career. He's flipping properties. So that's true. He said that in his raps. Or it could be like a simple tweet. It could be like, just do a track, drop a couple bars about it. But what's really interesting to me is that I'm sat here looking at a 7-minute 30 diss track. You talk about taking that and going all in and pushing the nuke button. It looks like that's where we're going with this. And then obviously look at the visual representation. You got Tom's head on a spike of the Canadian flag like you're at war, and you take your enemy's head, you behead them to make a statement with it, and you put it on a spear, you put it on a pike. And in this case, the Canadian flag versus where Tom lives now and who he speaks for in terms of the American side. There's some thought to what's going into it. But one other layer I want to put on that Tom unfollowed me. That is pretty interesting to me, that they actually had a conversation, they settled it, they were cool. Because then on God Mode, I mean, it's not like an all-out diss on Lethal, but it's definitely a little sideswipe. You know, I mean, listen, when you fucking say something like, I made you get a divorce, like I ended your career. Of course, we're rappers. We have pride at the end of the day. This is a competitive contact sport. Somebody says that to you, you're going to be like, well, fuck you. I'm going to prove you wrong. So it was definitely a sideswipe, but it's interesting if they're on good terms and if they actually talk, that Tom decided to then drop those lines about Lethal and God Mode. Because did God Mode actually need it? No, not necessarily. I mean, he was trying to address Upchurch and why he's not dissing Upchurch, but there's plenty of ways to do it without having to reference Lethal in that way. So that's interesting. Anyways, let's keep it going and see where we go.
We even agreed that we would be friends. Thomas, we already squashed it. Last time I took the high road. This time I'm getting toxic. First off, your music sucks, you're goofy as fuck, your beats are trash. I bet $1 million cash that I could easily beat your ass. Your girlfriend is a skeezer with diseases, she got fleas and crabs. She used to go to Russell Simmons' house and eat his ass.
Nova Rockefeller.
Known for Rockefeller, she was a groupie over at Def Jam and a hoe at
Gotta pause it right there. Oh, he's playing off of the Rockefeller, makes me think of Nas. Y'all rockin' fellas, flipping it on Jay-Z and Rockefeller. Mac tapping into that bag.
fleas and crabs. She used to go to Russell Simmons' house and eat his ass.
Nova Rockefeller.
Known for Rockefeller, she was a groupie over at Def Jam and a hoe at Rockefeller. You nerdy cuck, I wouldn't touch that dirty slut for $30. You're not even in the top 10 rappers, your girl is fucked.
Oh my God.
She's vaginally infected, I'll get back to her in a second. First I'm smashing you on this record, a punch.
That's the hardest bar so far. And the most disrespectful bar. Holy shit.
You're not even in the top 10.
Obviously, we talk about her times at the label, and it's well known that Nova had ties with the different labels. So Lethal is going further, though, and this feels similar to his first disc, but this feels like even grittier and nastier and just getting down. Like this, to me, he really wants a response from Tom. Like, he really wants to try to get under Tom's skin. And listen, I'm sure we're going to get the comments, but, you know, it's 2024. We've done enough beef breakdowns. You guys should understand. I've talked about this on the channel. I think what's interesting is, you know, in rap battles, right, you're fans of your artists. So there's going to be plenty of fanboys in the comments. There's going to be fans on both sides of the situation. And they're going to say, well, you shouldn't have said this and you can't say this. Here's what I'm going to break down for you guys in terms of this Nova stuff. Is it, like, absolutely fucking... yeah, gonna piss Tom off? Is it nasty? Is it toxic type of shit? Yeah, Lethal told us he was gonna do this. But at the end of the day, this is a rap battle, right? Go to a rap battle and listen to it. Like, this is light shit compared to what gets said at actual rap battles. Remember, this is war, right? There's no rules of engagement to this, right? It's about getting under your opponent's skin. It's about saying things that you know are going to get to them, to throw them off balance. You are all out attacking them. So while it sucks that Nova's getting dragged into the situation, right, as someone who thinks that Nova is just an incredibly talented videographer and an amazing fucking person, at the end of the day, this is a battle. That's what Lethal's doing. This is, I mean, we've had it with Kendrick and Drake. We've talked about it with Chris Brown and Quavo. This is a rap battle. You got to appreciate that there's different rules of engagement when we're involved in a rap battle. There's no lines. There's no boundaries on this. He's all in. I mean, it's interesting, though, that in the first diss, we're doing this. The first diss, he's already just like not even toeing the line. He's fucking jumping all in across it.
Cuck, I wouldn't touch that dirty slut for $30. You're not even in the top 10 rappers, your girl is fucked.
Oh my God.
She's vaginally infected, I'll get back to her in a second. First I'm smashing you on this record, I'll punch you so hard you'll see 3 of me. You'll say, hi Dave.
Hi Dave. Hi Dave.
Half your fucking fan base.
Oh my God. So that little sample, there's been callbacks to the battle from years ago. And then Tom going, you know, you did a drive-by, I'd wave, hi Dave, hi Dave, hi Dave. So he's calling back to the 3 times that Tom said hi Dave on his diss track against Lethal, and Lethal is finally flipping it back. A little bit of a delayed response years later, but hey, he's doing it.
You'll see 3 of me. You'll say, hi Dave.
Hi Dave. Hi Dave.
Half your fucking fan base wishes they could buy slaves. I donate my money to veterans. Okay, what you want, a peppermint? Don't complain about it, just do it. Quit patting yourself on the back for the camera.
Holy shit. All right, now we're going after Tom's fan base.
Okay, what you want, a
Half your fan base wishes they could buy slave. That is wild. That is fucking wild.
Don't complain about it, just do it. Quit patting yourself on the back for the camera lens. You're just Doja Cat for now.
Hang on, I want to bring it back. We gotta listen to more lines.
Fan base wishes.
I mean, obviously, even the titling of this, Tom MacDonald is a Nazi, right? To say something like that, you are trying to get attention for it. You know that is going to make people click, and that is going to stir up some shit already. Lethal knows what he's doing with this.
They could buy slaves. I donate my money to veterans. Okay, what you want to...
Then he's mimicking and mocking Tom's voice right there. I donate my money, like that, you know, that grittier type of rap that Tom does. I can't do it.
Fucking fan base wishes they could buy slaves. I donate my money to veterans. Okay, what you want, a peppermint? Don't complain about it, just do it. Quit patting yourself on the back for the camera lens. You're just Doja Cat for Nazis.
Okay, all right, yeah. Look, Lethal knows how to rap battle. what do? You look for angles and you find ways to flip them. You could take things on the surface that look good, but a good battle rapper will take those and just find like a darker, more sinister undertone. And that's what he's doing right there. Something that's positive, like actually helping the veterans, which is fucking incredible and amazing, right? And Lethal going, well, you don't need the publicity to do it. Do it behind the scenes, right? And that is a critique that a number of celebrities have gotten in the past when they like do something, they're trying to raise awareness, and it's like, well, hey, why didn't you just donate all that money behind the scenes? What, you want all the pat on the backs? You want all the credit for it? So see the angle that he's taking there and how he's flipping on
about
it?
Just do it. Quit patting yourself on the back for the camera lens. You're just Doja Cat for Nazis, a feminine racist on every beat. They call you an anti...
Doja Cat for Nazis. That is a wild. So what's Doja doing?
Camera lens.
I like Doja.
Doja Cat for Nazis, a feminine racist on every beat. They call you an...
A feminine racist, because Tom obviously plays like the masculine type in the way that he is. So you see Lethal trying to like flip that underneath of his character, and then he's the racist
for the
part.
camera lens. You're just Doja Cat for Nazis, a feminine racist on every beat. They call you an anti-woke rapper because your music puts everybody to sleep. Fuck everything that your lame ass do.
That's a good bar. Anti-woke rapper, right? Playing off of being asleep because they're so bored of you, your boring beats. You see that angle that he's taking? I like the artistic critique, the artistic direction of how he approaches stuff. I always think that that has some potency in a rap battle, right? And you start just like looking at how an artist puts together their work, and you start like just finding the holes within that.
Self on the back for the camera lens. You're just Doja Cat.
But obviously the woke movement, Tom is considered very anti-woke, get it, being awake and asleep. So
Nazis, a feminine racist on every beat. They call you an anti-woke.
also, if I over-explain something or do something the wrong way, just know that I'm sick as shit right now. And yeah, obviously, again, we still got a lot going on. I'm going to explain it in another video. It's not time for that yet, but yeah, we'll get there. I'm here for this, though. You guys told me I had to do this, so I'm doing this. Also, remember, I'm going to break down the bars, right? I'm trying not to side choose too much here. I'm going to break down the lyrics because that's what we do. We're a breakdown channel. All right. Public service announcement over.
You're just Doja Cat for Nazis, a feminine racist on every beat. They call you an anti-woke rapper because your music puts everybody to sleep. Fuck everything that your lame ass do. If Dave Matthews had braids and a face tattoo and made a song called If I Was a Gay Black Jew, we would all be like, hey, that's you. Acting like you
Gay black Jew, face tattoo, Dave Matthews. That might be my favorite condensed 3-syllable rhyme scheme that Lethal has used. That was a smooth section right there. But Dave, what is Dave Matthews getting it for anyways? But he's playing off of Tom MacDonald, making the song If I Was Black. So in this case, he flips it into gay black Jew because Dave Matthews is Jewish. He's not gay though, that's for sure. That dude, is he paying some child support? He probably is.
Song called If I Was a Gay Black Jew, we would all be like, hey, that's you. Acting like you represent the blue-collar working man, rocking army boots when you live in Woodland Hills and wear $5,000 Versace suits. You'll never fuck with Mac. Look at this blonde bitch surrounded by shirtless African American.
I think that's another interesting angle right there because yeah, Tom definitely makes it's very he's the working man's representative, right? The blue collar type of music. So that's an interesting angle to start approaching because yeah, I've seen it in some videos when Tom's rocking all the nice clothes. It's like on one hand there's the critique of the materialism that the mainstream does, but then on the other hand he talks about his wealth and then he flashes it and he shows it off. So it's like the working class man can't afford these types of things in this lifestyle that you now have, and yet you're speaking for them. So I think that's an interesting angle for Lethal to take and to approach with Tom.
The blue-collar working man rocking army boots when you live in Woodland Hills and wear $5,000 Versace suits. You'll never fuck with Mac. Look at this.
But see, on the flip side, like if you think from Tom's angle, right? Tom came from nothing, right? Tom with his problems, being poor as shit, the alcoholism, right? But this is a rap battle. Again, you look for angles, you attack your opponent. If your opponent wants to take those angles and flip them back, then that's their job to do. And you could see how Tom could flip it back and how Lethal could take it and flip it back on them. But we'll see if we get a response from Tom. Let's keep going.
Live in Woodland Hills and wear $5,000 Versace suits. You'll never fuck with Mac. Look at this blonde bitch surrounded by shirtless African American actors. What, you about to get gangbanged in an episode of Black? Your fans cheer when planes fly over Gaza dropping bombs.
Whose voice is that supposed to be? Is that Nova giggling in the background? Oh my God. Why did this happen? Well, this segment of the video is sponsored by the BBC. Talking about the British Broadcasting Company. Get your fucking minds out of the gutter.
Gangbanged in an episode of Black. Your fans cheer when planes fly over Gaza dropping bombs.
I'm a 52-year-old soccer mom. I hate rap, but you're awesome, Tom.
Fake fraud, poser, liar, charlatan, and grifter at heart. You have no fucking dignity. You'll do anything just to get on the charts. Bitch, I'm a star.
Oh, second best bar, I think, so far from Lethal.
Your fans cheer when planes fly
Even him, the way he switches up the voice.
over Gaza dropping bombs.
I'm a 52-year-old soccer mom. I hate rap, but you're awesome, Tom.
Fake fraud, poser, liar.
Right. So he's saying, you look at where you align. So if we look at how you align politically, we know how you feel about the Israel and Gaza conflict and where you're going to side on that. So that's that. He slides that in there. But right here, go look at Tom MacDonald's comment section. And yes, you'll get it a lot. I get it a lot too when I react to Tom videos. Like, I'm this person. I don't normally like rap music, but Tom makes me appreciate it. What I will say about this is that I've seen it weaponized a shit ton against Tom. Hell, this has been weaponized against me because I've reacted to Tom MacDonald like the thousands of other reactors who react to Tom MacDonald on YouTube. We react to things that are popular, to things our fans request. That's what we do. And then people want to vilify and attack us because of who we react to. But anyways, that's a video and probably shit for another day. At the end of the day, I'm trying to normalize political discussion. It just seems like there's so much gatekeeping. We can only react to artists who are on the left. Or we can only react to artists who are on the right. You can only react to this group, And I hate that. I want to go back to the days. I'm a product of the 90s where, we could actually cross the aisles, where we could normalize being able to debate and have different ideas and have different beliefs and have different values, but still find common ground as humans and as Americans. I'm going up on my platform right now. But what I'm coming around to is this type of gatekeeping, right? Saying that, Tom MacDonald is just pandering to a certain audience. But you know what it does do? It's the Eminem effect. People so quickly forget what Eminem did back in the late 90s and early 2000s, right? There was a lot of middle-class white America. Eminem even made a song, White America, of these people who had never listened to rap before. Right? So it's the same sort of thing with Tom. There's these people who never heard rap that now get exposed to rap music because of Eminem. Now they get exposed to rap because of Tom MacDonald. And you hope that that interest in rap music then starts to cross over into other artists, because that's what Eminem did. He built a bridge, and then it started expanding and branching out into other artists, into other appreciation, and it helped to build a bridge for rap to keep growing from there. But yeah, I seen that angle of attack before on Tom. Lethal leaning into it.
Gangbanged in an episode of Black. Your fans cheer when planes fly over Gaza dropping bombs.
I'm a 52-year-old soccer mom. I hate rap, but you're awesome, Tom.
Fake fraud, poser, liar, charlatan, and grifter at heart. You have no fucking dignity. You'll do anything.
Charlatan and grifter at heart. That's a nice little character attack from Lethal going in on there.
Poser, liar, charlatan, and grifter at heart. You have no fucking dignity. You'll do anything just to get on the charts. Bitch, I'm a star. Kicking these bars, burning his body, I'll rip it apart. Tom, did you call yourself the white version of Kendrick Lamar? Talking like you kicked down doors for the indie movement.
No, he didn't.
The white version of Kendrick Lamar?
No, he didn't.
Like you kicked down doors for the indie movement. Bitch, you stole that same blueprint from Rhymesayers.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that wasn't a good one.
You kicked down doors for the indie movement. Bitch, you stole that same blueprint from Rhymesayers and strange music. I paved your road, real indie since 01. Now I'm
Rhymesayers, right? Lethal was a part of Rhymesayers, wasn't he? Shout out to A$AP Rock, baby. Brother Ali, some great names on that roster. And obviously Strange Music, the Tech Nines of the world, King ISOs. Those are some amazing independent rosters. I know Tom, talks about being independent in the lane he's created. But yeah, there's been those who have done it before. But Tom is still, you can't deny the man's success that he's done independently. But Lethal just reminding and giving a history lesson of, the OGs and the originators on things.
Rhymesayers and strange music. I paved your road, real indie since 01. Now I'm Marvin Gaye's father. I'm killing my own son.
That's a tough one. So he's saying he's sunning them because he paved the way for independent artists. But yeah, that's a shitty one, man. Marvin Gaye's dad used to beat the shit out of Marvin Gaye. Always had issues. And hey, DC, hometown team, right? They were living in DC. And, they were in Southeast, which is not the nicest of areas. It's starting to change. It's been gentrified, but back then wasn't so nice. And for his own protection, he bought a gun for the family, right? And ironically, the gun that he bought is that's the gun that shot Marvin Gaye and killed him. And they had an argument over something stupid like paying the bills or something like that. But his dad always had issues with Marvin Gaye and all that. And I'm giving you a little bit of a history lesson. But yeah, that's just, it's a different hitting line, man. Rest in peace to a legend.
Music, I paved your road, real indie since '01. Now I'm Marvin Gaye's father, I'm killing my own.
Interesting, I don't know. This is how my brain works sometimes. Marvin Gaye added the E to the end of his name. And the reason he did that, a lot of people talk about, is because he didn't want people to think that he was gay because of the type of music that he's making. But no, it was a different gay as you think about it. He didn't want to be related to his family name and tied to his father. That's why he added an E after the Y to it. Anyways,
Paved your road, real indie since '01. Now I'm Marvin Gaye's father, I'm killing my own son.
Interesting. Tom MacDonald being the white Jesus right there, putting himself on a cross behind the Canadian flag. You see what he's trying to say with that.
There's a story about a boy named Tom. He had a rich dad and a racist mom.
Oh! Didn't Tom address that on God Mode? Some of the rumors that, he had a hand up in life and his family was rich. And then racist mom. Oh, he's going after moms too. Yeah, he really wants a response from Tom.
Nova, Daddy, here Nova. Daddy, come here, girl. Sit. Aw, good girl. Here's a treat. Daddy, here's the truth that you can't run from. No can do told me when I'm fighting monsters, don't let it make you become one. Your ego's too big, it's gotta be deflated. Trying to.
Oh, I love that line. No can do. It said that when you're fighting monsters, don't let it make you become one. That's a great line. No can do. Isn't he All City Jimmy now? Man, he's pulling out the references today on this. But yeah, Nova, think about this, right? Female dog is a bitch. So what's he implying here when he's like, come here, girl? Treating her like a dog? Oh, no.
Treat. Daddy, here's the truth that you can't run from. No can do told me when I'm fighting monsters, don't let it make you become one. Your ego's too big, it's gotta be deflated. Trying to say political rap is a genre you created? You gotta be fucking kidding me. You ever heard of Ice-T, Ice Cube, Immortal Technique, X-Clan, or Public Enemy? Of course you haven't. You know nothing about.
I said this before, man. Shout out to Immortal. I was raised on Technique, man. Dance with the Devil. So many great just... take me back to the grit of those days, man. I love that. And yeah, he's shouting out just some amazing artists and legends here. But Tom did say on God Mode, talking about this genre that he created. Mac taking that, flipping it back.
Ice Cube, Immortal Technique, X-Clan, or Public Enemy? Of course you haven't. You know nothing about the culture. Second Amendment right, guns coming up out the holster. Put the pistol in your mouth. Name one song off of Illmatic before I pulled the trigger. You want to be American so bad that...
Just give Tom one mic so he could do it.
Before I pulled the trigger.
Second Amendment right. R-I-G-H-T, like right is in a question mark versus your Second Amendment rights, right? The right to bear arms. So then he pulls the gun out. If you want to talk about Second Amendment rights, here you go. Here's how I'm going to flip it on you. So you see the angle that he's been taking. This has been consistent throughout, right? You're a grifter. You're a culture vulture. You don't really know the hip-hop history. I'm going to show you that I know hip-hop history. I'm going to shout out all these legends, but you don't seem to connect this history with what you do. That's Lethal's angle for how he's attacking Tom on this.
Holster, put the pistol in your mouth. Name one song off of Illmatic before I pulled the trigger. You want to be American so bad that you won't even rep your own flag, and now you're getting toe tagged on every single song. You use that same dead flow. Your girl's like Emily Willis, a brain dead hoe. I should have known that you're a damn snake, the type of person that'll look right in a man's face and offer him a handshake.
Emily Willis? Hang on a second. So Emily Willis is a porn star. Didn't know that. And yeah, she is no longer a porn star. Well, obviously, because she went into a coma and now she's in a vegetative state. Oh that's fucked.
Damn snake, the type of person that'll look right in a man's face and offer him a handshake. Call a truce, declare peace on the landscape, then diss his family life just to entertain your fan base. On God mode, trying to rap like Jesus, but in real life you act like Judas with pussycat-like movements. I feel like Caesar getting stabbed by Brutus, but I got whiplash, so drums make me smack my students. The YouTube diss tracks, they really ain't. life you act like Judas with pussycat-like movements. I feel like Caesar getting stabbed by Brutus, but I got whiplash, so drums make me smack my...
Knox Hill will there it is. I've been wondering because I'm like, damn, have I missed it? Because I keep looking away because I'm just listening because there's no like lyrics that are on the screen or anything, and it's the same image most of the time. So I'm like, have I missed the shout out to me or what he's doing? Should I be listening for it? I'm glad I was looking down there.
Trying to rap like Jesus, but in real life you act like Judas with...
All right, so then he starts flipping obviously Judas betrayed Jesus. So what he's saying, Tom is a snake. You said one thing to me, you acted this way, but really you're stabbing me in the back because of the way that you dissed me when I thought that we were cool. So you see Lethal's angle on all this. Brutus betrayed Caesar. So he goes into that.
Cat-like movements, I feel like Caesar.
Stabbed by Brutus, cat-like movements. You're a pussy cat flips into that, but nice multis.
Stabbed by Brutus, but I got whiplash, so drums make me smack my students.
I got whiplash from this situation. I wasn't expecting it, right? It's almost like you got blindsided, hit by the car, so he got whiplash because he got hit from behind. He wasn't ready for this, for Tom to do this again, versus the movie Whiplash, which is about drumming, right? And in that case, smack my students, because in Whiplash, the teacher literally, with our main character, like he's drumming, and he's just like, it's like the most toxic teacher, like just saying fucked up shit to his students to try to like push them to be better. But there's this one scene where literally as he's teaching him tempo and trying to get him to keep up the pace and the rhythm, he's smacking him. He's smacking the metronome. So the teacher is smacking the student. In this case, Lethal is smacking Tom, and that's the Whiplash drummer shout out right there.
Like Caesar getting stabbed by Brutus, but I got whiplash, so drums make me smack my students. YouTube diss tracks, they really ain't my vibe. When I battle a rapper, shit, I'd rather do it live. I'll bet $50,000 to the charity of your choice that you won't look me in the eyes and put clarity in your voice and say the things about me that you said in all your diss tracks. When I'm a foot away from you and you might just get bitch slapped. Shit, we could battle on King of the Dot. Your girl knows all those dudes, she's seen all their cocks. We could battle up in Canada, right in your hometown. I'll let you pick the city and venue it goes down, and I promise I'll get a bigger applause than you, because in hip-hop there ain't a bigger fraud than you. I went on tour with D12, those dudes are my new friends. They showed...
I do like that angle. I did, because listen, that would be dope to see a live rap battle between Tom and Lethal. Lethal throwing down the gauntlet on that.
Bigger fraud than you. I went on tour with D12, those
and then more shots in Nova. And where are we going with the D12 thing? How's my camera doing? We're good.
You, because in hip-hop, there ain't a bigger fraud than you. I went on tour with D12, those dudes are my new friends. They showed me some video you made for Eminem. They told me they were in the studio with Slim. When he watched it, he cringed and he cut it off 30 seconds in. Eminem doesn't like you, he does not respect you. You made a love song about him, begging him to peg you. Have you noticed that publicly he's never even mentioned it? I'm sorry, buddy, I know that's not how you envisioned it. You thought he'd call you like, hey Tom, it's Slim Shady. You're so controversial, how are you this crazy? You want to make a song about how transgender men are pretend ladies and all the live ladies haven't...
Is he supposed to be rhyming in Eminem's voice, or is he still mocking Tom MacDonald's voice right there? I think he's trying to do like Eminem's more aggressive, gritty flow.
You want to make a song about how transgender men are pretend ladies and all the live ladies having mixed babies, and how the Mexican border is being invaded by woke Palestinians causing inflation? We'll call...
Bringing back the Gaza line.
White Boys Part 12, it'll be...
Oh, because Tom had a song, White Boys. In this case, White Boys Part 12. Get in, then the D12 tie-in.
And the Grammy goes to Eminem and Tom MacDonald. I'm sorry that you didn't get to do a song.
So yeah, I mean, that's an interesting angle, because Lethal did go on tour with Swifty McVeigh, didn't he? They went on tour in Australia. So they've been on tour together. So he does have links there. You know, there's enough grains of truth there to stir that pot of a narrative, because he has gone on tour with members of D12. So he does have connections there. But I'm thinking of the Royce lines. When Royce acknowledged Tom, you know, we don't agree with his views, but we like his passion, right? I'm misquoting the bar from Royce, but it's something along those lines, right? Royce acknowledged Tom and, you know, gave him a nod, you know, and it wasn't a negative nod. So Lethal taking this, I don't know how much water it necessarily holds, because you do have Royce doing it on the other side of things. But again, interesting angle to approach.
And the Grammy,
I mean, he is. He's trying a lot of different ways, a lot of different methods of attack.
Goes to Eminem and Tom MacDonald. I'm sorry that you didn't get to do a song with your hero. At least you got...
Oh, and backstory for those who don't know, Eminem dropped an NFT. Tom paid like $100K for the NFT for this beat. And then that's when he wrote the Dear Slim track. I knew that camera was going. Let's keep it running.
Do a song with Ben Shapiro, the dude that censored
Hang on, bring it back.
awful. And the Grammy goes to Eminem and Tom MacDonald. I'm sorry that you didn't get to do a song with your hero. At least you got to do a song with Ben Shapiro, the dude that censored Candace Owens' views quick. And he said that rap music isn't real music. And he tried to say the pussies aren't supposed to get wet. That song was so controversial and over the edge. I'm kidding.
He said pussies aren't supposed to get wet. I do know about the rap thing. You know, it's really funny. When I actually reacted to that, I don't know a lot about Ben Shapiro. I don't know everything in the world, guys. I didn't know much. I just knew he was a political commentator. And I was actually, honestly, kind of surprised at the backlash. I just thought it was funny as shit that you got this political commentator on a rap track doing it. But then I found out later in the comment section, you guys were all like, yeah, he said he hated rap music before. But, you know, hey, Tom 180'd him when he didn't like rap music. But it is a good angle to take from Lethal because he's like, instead of getting your hero, your idol, a top tier MC, you didn't even get the second best thing or the third best thing. You got someone who doesn't even rap, right? And then the Candace Owen, Ben Shapiro situation, again, I don't know enough about it to what's going on with that.
Candace
But weren't they on the same side, same team, essentially?
Owens' views quick. And he said that rap music isn't real music. And he tried to say the pussies aren't supposed to get wet. That song was so controversial and over the edge. I'm kidding. Nobody cares about your facts or your feelings. You make music for people that storm the Capitol building. You make rap tunes for white trash inbred people that snort crank in dirty ass gas station bathrooms. People that shoot AR-15s in classrooms.
Wow.
That never heard of Nas Del Woo or Black Moon. You make music for people that hate black dudes. People that huff.
Hey, shout out to Black Moon. Who got the props? It was nice to hear that dropped in the track, but no, he's going after the fan base again, and obviously we know the riots.
You make rap tunes for white trash inbred people that snort crank in dirty ass gas station bathrooms.
Wow.
People that shoot AR-15
Tom makes school shooter music. That is a fucking statement and a half.
in classrooms. That never heard of Nas Del Woo or Black Moon.
Who is
You
the
make
Wu-Tang?
music for
I don't know if I like all these AI generated images, the way he's doing
in
this.
classrooms that never heard of Nas Del Woo or Black Moon. You make music for people that hate black dudes, people that huff gas fumes, got barbed wire tattoos, people that say the N-word while playing Call of Duty, people that buy a case of Bud Light just to shoot it. Incels that are terrified of sex, and people that pay money to be verified on X. People that say, now normally I don't like.
Oh no, look at the shirt. Nova is a mutt. Not again. More shots of Nova.
And people that pay money to be verified on X. People that say, now normally I don't like rap, but this Tom MacDonald dude is great cause he ain't black. I rewrote this 3 times, kept throwing out the verses. Punchlines weren't cut and it needed substance and some purpose. I realized I needed to try to cut beyond.
You know what? You know what's interesting? Right, you talk about tactics and me just like stepping back from the situation. I've seen on socials, Mac still gets attacked by Tom MacDonald fans, like to this day. So I feel like a step of this is not just revenge on Tom MacDonald. I feel like a step of this is him getting revenge on all the fans who have been giving him shit over the years and who continue to attack him to this day. So this is him going after it because honestly, for me in a rap battle, I know I said no lines, and listen, there are no lines, but I don't think it's always the smartest of strategies if you start going after the other artist's fan base, because all you're going to do is unite and weaponize that fan base and give them more incentives to come attack you further. Like sometimes in a rap battle, just focus on the artist, tear them down, their character flaws, all that. You don't need to drag the fans into it because they're just fans at the end of the day. Right? Because what might happen is you could win some fans over and you could get some people to appreciate what you're doing and how you do it. Just attack the artist. But Mac is going all in on the fans too. Jesus.
Punchlines weren't cut and it needed some.
Get it, Jesus? Because the Tom MacDonald. No, I'm done. I can't do this today.
And some purpose. I realized I needed to try to cut beyond the surface, and instead of murdering you, maybe I could be of service. You constantly just brag about the ways you feel yourself.
Murdering you, be of service, but also you could take that as funeral service, a smooth double right there. But I don't know if I like that angle, Mac, coming from the perspective of I rewrote this 3 times, because that to me, you're already going to get questions about why the delay, because God Mode came out, what, like a month ago? Like why so long in responding? And then if you've rewritten it 3 times, it shows that like, I don't know. Like, for me, it's more of a swag and like a brag to go, yeah, I didn't really care about this battle. I wrote this in like an hour, right? I just rolled in the studio and did this, right? There's just more of that mystique around it. Saying that you really spent a lot of time and you like really, really thought about it and you were like agonizing over it, like that doesn't always have the best of implications, because that just leaves an opening to be flipped back on you from that perspective.
Cause he ain't black. I rewrote this disc 3 times, kept throwing out the verses. Punchlines weren't cutting, it needed substance and some purpose. I realized I needed to try to cut beyond the surface, and
I realized I needed to try to, I like that just accelerated flow right there through that
weren't
section.
cutting, it needed substance and some purpose. I realized I needed to try to cut beyond the surface, and instead of murdering you, maybe I could be of service. You constantly just brag about the ways you feel yourself. It's obvious you're losing your battle with mental health. Tried to fill the emptiness in your soul by getting wealth, but the money, fame, Louis and Gucci, it didn't help. You need to go to Balenciaga and get a belt, put it around your neck, kick out the stool, then kill yourself. You need to put a gun to your head, then drill yourself. Cause to yourself, you've never revealed yourself. I swear to God, I know record label exec.
Because to yourself, you've never revealed yourself. That was a dope, just like accentuated flow going into that. And just the way he kind of punched that in, sort of like a drummer scheme. Don't get whiplash on it. But to yourself, you've never revealed yourself. I just feel like there was a little bit missing, because that sounded like could have hit so hard. Like, give me like a double entendre or a triple entendre right there to like really bring that one home. Because right here, this is more like putting Tom and his character under the microscope. You see what he's doing here, right? Your soul is really empty. You know, this is why you capitalize on trends. This is why you make the music that you make, because you will say whatever gets you to the top of the charts, to the top of whatever sells. So as long as it sells, you will identify fan bases who will help get you there, and you will just be an echo chamber for them. That's essentially a lot of the angles that he's taken throughout this, and how he's approaching, how he's tying in the fans with the music that Tom makes in the artistry and that side of things. And then obviously, you know, hey, go kill yourself. I mean, yeah. Listen, we've gone after moms on this. We've gone after Nova. We've gone after the fans. We've told Tom to off himself. Like, you guys are really getting full all-out rap battle 101 here.
Gucci, it didn't help. You need to go to Balenciaga and get a belt, put it around your neck, kick out the stool, then kill yourself. You need to put a gun to your head, then drill yourself. Cause to yourself, you've never revealed yourself. I swear to God, I know record label execs that managed you, represented you, brought you a couple checks. They told me all sorts of shit about you, how you like to.
Interesting.
Maybe your best course would be to tread lightly.
Huh. That's an interesting angle towards the end. Mr. Independent, and I've got all this dirt from record label execs on you. But he didn't continue it. But what that tells me, though, because it says literally, hang on, let's bring it back, to be continued. And he cuts himself short. Like, he's still rapping, he's still going.
I swear to God, I know record label execs that managed you, represented you, brought you a couple checks. They told me all sorts of shit about you, how you like to.
Yeah.
Maybe your best course would be to tread lightly.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all, like a Saul voice. He's got a second one. He's got a second one in the chamber. Interesting. Very interesting. Now that's an angle I'd be interested to hear from him. Wow. 7 minutes 30. I tell you what, I really feel like here.
Some reason he was kissing me. Fine. Fight contract signed. Normally I wouldn't pay this.
Love the flow on this. Love the aggression. Like, this beat is smooth. Even like the switch up into
Here, Nova.
Like, this is naughty. But, you know, this is raw and eye-opening, all right?
Come here, girl. Sit.
Bump, bump. But I just feel like, because that's at 3. Like, this just.
They showed me some.
Yeah.
The pussies aren't huge people.
Not as big of a fan of the second beat. I feel like it just drags out a little too long. I feel like there was enough. He could have taken this and given us like a really solid, like really packing punches, like 4 minutes type of diss track. My constructive critique is that I felt like as it was starting to go on, I was starting to lose a little bit of interest on the back side of it. But he still had some interesting angles and hits, and I just feel like it could have just been possibly condensed a little more. Look, I can't wait to see my comment section on this one. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Tom fans. There's going to be a lot of Mac fans. Either I didn't hate it enough or I didn't love it enough. But at the end of the day, we're here to break it down. And what I will say is, from the perspective of the multi-syllable rhyme writing, the flow switches, all the different angles and methods of attack and approach. It's a solid diss track. You can't knock that. Definitely solid. What will be interesting, though, is that Tom said he's not responding to disses anymore. He's not in battle rap mode. But the interesting thing about this is that this is the artist who he has dissed. This is the one artist that he has gone in to battle rap mode over. And it is interesting because, like we talked about, Tom did mention Mac first in God mode. So, is there a path for Tom to clap back on this one? Honestly, I don't know, but we'll see. But anyways, Mac Lethal, you were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Unless for some reason you're here at the end, obviously you join the content. To be a huge favor, support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on. Really does go a long way. I love you guys. Be safe, stay positive. I'm gonna go lie down now. All right, catch you again.